Okay. Should be live on all platforms. Let me know if you can hear me. Might have to refresh, although you can't hear me tell you to refresh if you can't hear me to tell you to refresh, so. There's nothing behind you. It's a green screen. Did my sausage burn? No, we're good. I was worried about that. But yeah, like we were talking. Yeah, it's a drastic difference. Even if you're at 144 FPS. It took me a bit to get it sorted, but... Do we refresh? I'd say if you can hear me tell you to refresh, don't refresh. If you can't hear me tell you to refresh, then you definitely want to refresh. You know, that's what I would recommend. It's been literal years. Dude, I same thing. It's almost a little, like for a game like this, it just looks nice. Like, it's just nice and smooth. Like, obviously you can't tell on stream because it's a monitor change, but for me, the difference is pretty drastic. I just thought my monitor would be at 144 hertz. But no, it's limited by Windows. I only found out when I was messing with my monitor settings and I opened up the... Like, you know how you can open your actual monitor settings menu with the monitor buttons? And it said 60 hertz. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a 144 hertz monitor. I need a knife, a handy knife, a screwdriver, a multi-tool, or a screwdriver. Screwdriver or a screwdriver. Where am I? Which house is the one I think this house is the one that I was kind of basing at a little bit. Basing might be a strong word, but... It's 9:40 a.m. Got my sausage cooked. My dude's a little overweight, so he doesn't really need to be pounding back sausages, but... You know how it is. Did you guys do anything fun over the weekend? Any Easter events? I'll be honest, I forgot it was Easter. Dude doesn't need to be eating tater tots and fish fingers. Phone book. Can we make some phone book armor? I'd like to think if you were really desperate, you could use a pillow as a weapon. If you were really desperate. Let's put the meat cleaver away and use that just for butchering for now. Dude can eat some yogurt. No, that's fine. I don't have any room in my bag. Little sliced ham and rat. Can I make a salad out of sliced ham and rat? I absolutely can. Why can't you put sausage in a salad? Or cereal? Dude, don't tell me what I can put in my salad. You don't know me. It's one hell of a salad. Need more room. Wait, I have a butterfly knife. I can't use that to skin things? I don't need to be carrying this iron pipe around. I don't have a whole lot of weapons, though. I do have a full pipe wrench now. It's just a ham salad. Just ham. Maybe a little pepper. Delicious ham salad. Gets rid of boredom, gets rid of unhappiness. The ham salad. What's happening here? Is that that's a bathtub clipping through? Professional. Who keeps a deep freeze out in their backyard shed? I just don't... I guess I want to take the vegetables. We need those to try to lose some weight. I guess I don't have to discard anymore. I keep forgetting that. I'm assuming I looted that. I don't really remember. It's been a little bit since I played. Oh yeah, that Jeep's almost ready to go. I was going for gas. I remember now. Oh, we got time. Let's go find some gas. Did you guys not do anything for Easter? Or just not a talkative morning? Or both. Hold on, I gotta exit the game real quick. I might play some RimWorld today. I gotta get a mod set going for my next YouTube playthrough. I was planning on doing a modded run. Although, I don't know. I don't know. Lately, Project Zomboid's been one of those games where I really feel like playing it until I start playing it, and then I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know if you guys ever have that happen with games. You spend the time to install it, get it all ready to go. No, no more going medieval. People didn't really seem interested in that. Not in the broader sense. Don't get me wrong, of course there were individuals who were interested in it, but in the broad sense, there wasn't a lot of interest in it. Yeah, that was a fun game. Which is why I gave it its fair chance. These are probably exactly the same as what I have on. They look cooler, though. They got tint. Money and police files. Stale broccoli, rotten steak. Ooh, kitchen knife. Wormwood family only run making a return? Like in terms of the next episode on YouTube? Why do they have so much ham? Ham, girl! You guys know what that's from? Yeah, Rimworld Family Only is pretty low on my priority list. But it will eventually get probably three more episodes. The run is all recorded and finished. I've edited down most of the footage to a manageable amount so that I can write a script for the remaining episodes. So all that's left to do is write the scripts for the remaining episodes and do the voiceover and do the final edits, and then I can upload. But like I said, it's pretty low on my priority list. High on my priority list is... I'm kind of done with the asteroid run. So high on my priority list is going to be a new run. Okay, now I should be able to deconstruct doors. Oh, I don't want to deconstruct a door with a zombie on the other side. Sorry, that command's broken at the moment. Yeah, I really do want to finish this family-only run just to have it done, but at the moment, it doesn't get very many views. And the amount of work it takes to make an episode, you know, it has to be worthwhile. So it's a balance between wanting to get it done and wanting to be productive. That being said, though, I am gonna upload the rest of the episodes eventually. It'll probably be like a once a month sort of thing. Anyway, I'm playing on the new Apocalypse settings. I've reduced the loot to extremely rare. Although even that feels like there's a little bit too much loot, you know what I mean? Could go for a little less loot. What do I need so much loot for? I guess I'll at least swap out my pipe wrenches. Hey, ice cream. Can't leave ice cream behind. You find a thing of ice cream in a zombie apocalypse. Do a no loot run, like a crafting only kind of run. That actually could be pretty fun. Oh, gotta wear the bright green Hawaiian shirt. There we go. Now we're stylish. You never know when you're gonna need salt to fend off demons. Why did they shoot salt out of shotguns when they could have just thrown the salt? You ever wonder that? I've always wondered that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then whatever. You should. Prepare hot dog. Can I put some... Oh, I can put condiments on there. Cool. Put a little mustard on it. How do you guys eat your hot dogs? I know you probably don't because you're adults, and what kind of adult eats hot dogs, but how do you eat your hot dogs? If you were to eat one. Bell pepper on a hot dog sounds weird. I like a little cinnamon on my hot dog. But they won't let me put cinnamon on my hot dog. Dude's overweight and pounding back hot dogs and cheeseburgers. He wants to die of a heart attack. He doesn't want to die from a zombie attack. I don't think you can turn a hot dog into a breakfast burrito. I don't think that's possible. So it's not a hot dog anymore, then it's a breakfast burrito. grilled onions, mustard, ketchup. I like onion, like raw onions. Well, grilled onions. I guess it would be good. Yeah, okay, I can get on board that. Don't some people put pickles? Oh yeah, I guess that's just like putting relish on your hot dog, isn't it? So that's kind of a dumb question. Never mind. Cut into strips. Cut into bits. Put those bits on a hot dog. Now a sausage. I get on board that. As seasoning. Wait, can I put bacon bits and bacon on my hot dog? Bacon strip, bacon bits. Little pepper. Little salt for extra hypertension. Little pepper because I've got it. That's a hot dog that makes you happy. Is the only point of bits for happiness? How does eating a fresh cooked strip of bacon make you unhappy? Huh? Answer me that. That's what I want to know. How in the world does a fresh cooked piece of bacon make you unhappy? Dude's a vegetarian. I would like to make a hamburger, but you have to have hamburger buns, okay? Alright, little bacon sandwich. I can't put the patty on my bacon sandwich. Alright, so bacon, ham. Not bad. I feel like putting bacon and fish together is kind of weird. Maybe that's what's happening with bacon then. It's actually reducing your unhappiness, even though it says it's increasing it. Bacon and pepper sandwich. I'm fucking cooking here! What the hell, dude? Where'd you come from? What the actual hell? Oh, this window here. I left it open. Yeah, that would do it. I'm just trying to cook dinner here, okay, guy? I'm tired, my pockets are full of fish. Wait, I can't do sandwich stuff in this inventory or this menu? That's weird. Bacon, pepper, and ham is probably okay. That's probably not bad. Put some bacon bits on there for seasoning. I think the thing that's going to ruin it, though, is putting salsa on there. Let's do it. Delicious. I'd like to make it back to my hut. Way up there. We'd be able to do it. It's not a hut, it's a house, but my house hut. My hut house. I guess whenever I can, I should be trying to walk around with forage on now. Ladybug. Gonna really slow my progress, but... definitely don't need this much food. My guy's already overweight. He needs to be eating stuff that's low calories. Not pounding back hot dogs and ham and bacon sandwiches. You guys do anything fun over the weekend? I had a garage sale. It was fun Friday. The amount of people that came and bought stuff was insane on Friday. And then Saturday it rained, so it was not fun. Some people still came and bought stuff, but it was less fun. On Sunday, only one person showed up, but it was Easter, so I guess it was kind of to be expected. It was not fun though. It was so cold. I just wanted to get rid of my stuff at that point without throwing it away. I'll take some clay. I guess clay's easier to find now, isn't it? None of you did anything fun over the weekend? I know Comic Sans did, but no one else? Just a boring weekend? Just a tedious weekend? What did you replace? Oh, wow. Okay. Built-in shelving? Did you do the shelving yourself? Over the past month or so, I've been buying and selling books. Mostly books. Other stuff too, but mostly books on eBay. Been going really, really well. It's been a lot of fun. But now I have like, I don't know, maybe 500, 600 books. Some of those are mine. I think I probably have like 200 in my personal collection. But God, I have no room. I bought some shelves, like that just like whatever room I had left, I filled with the shelf, and that's already full. I've been on the lookout for more shelves. I'm afraid to store them in the garage because mice get in there. I don't know where else I can store them. I gotta figure something out. Oh, okay. The shelves were there when you moved in. Oh, I already had a Mechanics 4. That's why I threw that out. Okay. Speaking of book collections. Sorry, the command's not working at the moment, but I can tell you what my run settings are. I'm playing on the new Apocalypse settings, but I've turned the loot to extremely rare. I'm starting to regret that, though. I kind of wish I was playing on insanely rare loot, because I'm just getting too much stuff. Go look at all this stuff I already have. It's day 5. I've already got like 3 weeks worth of food. Probably more than that. But, oh well. Playing this one out. Alright, a little bit of reading, a little bit of fitnessing. Then we sleep. Some fitness? So yeah, I don't know if I should buy more shelves or build my own. I currently have a bookcase full, and I have a big 4-tier plastic shelving unit that I have crates on that are all filled. I don't know where to put them. I got them stacked up. I got a bunch. I got a plastic bin full. I've got about 30 stacked up next to it. I've got about, I don't know, 10 or 15 on my desk. Another 20 under my desk. It's getting overwhelming. I have too many. At least it's a nice mess to have. Getting a bit warm. Man, exercising in jeans sounds miserable. Let's read while we get rid of this exertion. There's a lot of TV stuff going on. You know the one thing I really, really liked about going medieval compared to RimWorld? The Twitch integrations. RimWorld Twitch integrations, like the mod, is very... It's kind of boring to me. Like I'm not interested in that kind of Twitch integrations. I liked the naming stuff, like the naming integrations and the being able to show up as an animal, like that sort of stuff. I thought was really cool. Unfortunately, the game was only fun to play for a while. It was really fun, but didn't really have the longevity that I was hoping for. Time to sleep. Man, who came in here and broke everything down? Probably wake up at 7. Although I missed the TV show, so let's wake up at 6. Sleep. Welcome back to the cooking show. Brought to you by Kitten Knives. Is there a Kitten Knives factory in this game that we can go visit? Does anybody know? This poster is my character's only human contact. He kisses it every morning. It's creepy, but he's been alone for 5 days. He's already going insane. Look at the size of this phone. Phones in the 90s were pretty big, but they weren't this big. I mean, compare the size of the receiver, the headset, whatever you want to call it, the receiver, to his actual ear to mouth length. It looks like it's about twice as long. Like almost just if you put just this up to his ear, it would go to like here. They need to fix that. It's so weird. It doesn't even fit on the table. Whoops. Hey Zestim, how are you today? I feel like at this point we could just hang out in here for a week and be perfectly fine. I do need to do something about long-term water though. I'm doing alright. How was your weekend? Did you celebrate Easter? That's cool. You do feel that it's more realistic since people focus on canned food than food that could rot fast? What do you mean? Sorry, I'm not following. What is more realistic? I'm gaining weight. I need to be losing weight. Yeah, Build 42 is really good. It still has a lot of work before they like actually get all the features in that they promised for Build 42 though. Like when are we going to see machinery? When are we going to see multi-block crafting? When are we going to see crafting rooms? When are we going to see apocalypse professions? I know they're working on multiplayer, so like don't get me wrong, I'm not being impatient and saying, "Oh, this stuff should be out already." I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff that they still need to add to the finished Build 42 in the way that they've been talking about it. I'm certainly not complaining that it's not in the game. That was not my intention. Well, we're not going to get NPCs in Build 42. That's Build 43. Hopefully this is not too hot button topic, but what's gas prices where you guys live? What other machinery were you thinking of? So they're adding in multi-block machinery where you can create sort of makeshift machines that can be powered by different things. Like they're adding mechanical power to the game so you can connect a... Oh, there's videos of them showing off the stuff that they're adding. But the idea being that you could like have a water wheel that is connected to God, what's the word for it? Why am I blanking on the word? like a shaft, like a drive shaft sort of thing. That then connects to a well, a saw is a good example, but they showed off other machines too that you could be able to build. Oh, you think they're gonna wait for build like 43 or stuff? Well, the machine stuff was part of their build 42 teaser, so I assumed it would eventually be part of build 42. So were Apocalypse Professions, though. Apocalypse Professions were part of their build 42 teaser. What is 249 Australian in USD? Hold on, let me do the conversion. Wait, $1 Australian equals 70 cents? Sorry, so wait. So it's like $2 USD where you live? Oh, that's per liter though. Oh, I gotta do the extra conversion. Oh, so it's like, yeah. It's like 4 times as much because, okay, because of the liter to gallon. Yeah, that's right. Jesus Christ, dude. So you're paying like $7 or $8 a gallon? What the fuck? Really? It's $4 a gallon here, which is insanity. Like I said, I know it's a bit of a hot button topic, but I'm just curious. Oh, you live in the middle of Australia? Yeah, I guess that probably exacerbates things. Mr. Atomic Duck made a video 2 years ago talking about machinery comes to Project Zomboid with Build 42, so I think he was also under the impression that the teaser was regarding Build 42. Again, don't get me wrong, this is not a criticism of the time frame. I'm not saying they're taking too long to add this stuff to the game. I'm just saying, with how Build 42 is right now, and it's really good, right? It's exciting, it's cool, there's a lot of good stuff. It seems to me that there's still more to come. That's my only point. That it seems as if Build 42 will get better over time. That they're going to be adding more. Will machinery make it into Build 42? Maybe not. Maybe they'll put that off into a future patch, but originally it was supposed to be part of Build 42. But so were Apocalypse Professions. There's still the rest of the crafting system they gotta add. Greg, where do you live? 324 gallon sounds quite nice compared to... $4 a gallon. I think you've told me where you live before, Greg. I apologize. Looks like it's currently at $3.84. So we're below the nation's average. Oklahoma, I got you. Oh, I'm in so much pain. I want to get that Jeep running. I need gas. It was under $2 a gallon. Really? Damn. Has that been affecting business at all for you?
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
Thanks, Finn. Thanks for the long time resub, man. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. I need to do like a subathon or something, get those numbers back up. I had to take quite a bit of time off last month. Trying to get back into the swing of things. It's hard to get back in the swing of things. Paid $2.60 a gallon. You get a big discount at Sam's Club though, don't you? Was there a big line? Yeah, I guess in the short term, higher gas prices don't immediately stop people from using their cars as much. I suppose that's more of a long-term effect. Oh, Woodcraft's on! My favorite show! 10 cents a gallon less? Oh, really? So it's not that expensive where you are. Damn. I just would have assumed that you would have been getting either less customers or people are repeat customers visit less, but does the cost of gas actually increase your cost of business? I wouldn't have guessed that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as we're... and I'm assuming the videos they showed off... Well, I don't know about that. I'm assuming the videos they showed off of them crafting the machines were part of that overall teaser. Because there's videos of them. I remember watching a video of them by a river and using water power to power their machines. They were electrical machines. They were pretty sophisticated. I don't have the video on hand. But it would be too hard to find. We need to find some gas. It's completely plausible, though, that they won't add that to this build, that it'll be pushed back. You know how these things go. Where's the gas? Don't trip over the log. Almost level 2 foraging. What is this building? It's a barrel full of water. I don't remember what this building is. Some sort of construction site? Not a construction site, some sort of factory. The fuck is that thing? What is this? Not interactable? Can you not drink out of that? There's a generator. Guys, I'm just trying to look around, okay? Oh my god. The metal shop. There's some nice loot in there. If only I could get on the roof. Let's lead these guys away. I found a megaphone earlier and I regret not picking it up. Sorry. 1 second. Anyway.
Hey!
I figure out where I'm gonna build my base. Not really wanting to make my own this time. I don't know, man. I can say with 100% certainty there is a YouTube video from the devs of them by a river with a multi-piece machine that they had created. I want to say it was like a big table saw or something. It was pretty early on. I'll look for it later. Post in Discord or something. Hopefully this door is open. Hey! Come on in, zombies. Apparently my character's not very good at killing zombies. I guess he is a bit tired. I guess the phones look a little less ridiculous from this angle, but they're still kind of ridiculous. Uh-oh, zombie coming. Please don't break the glass. Somebody worked really hard to create that window and to install it. You're gonna come up here and just smash it? We don't have replacements for it. Oh my god. What is this thing? Do you hear the footsteps? That sounds kind of cool. That must be new. Thank you, Zacharias. That is exactly it right there. It does say right above that video, I will admit, it does say there's no guarantee any of this will make it into Build 42. But see, that bit to me kind of sounds more like they didn't intend to have it at the beginning of Build 42. Not that it wasn't to be part of the end of Build 42. But that being said, they definitely say right before that there's no guarantee that it'll be part of Build 42. So. Like I said, though, my point was not ever to criticize the pace that they're adding content. It was really just to say that, well, we could be very well getting even more out of Build 42, right? That Build 42 is great already, and they could be making it even better. But there's a lot of stuff still on the plate that could be added. That there's a lot to be excited about. Is this a two-hander? Motherfucker, still not a two-hander, but at least it goes on my back. It's gonna live in the bathroom from now on. It'd be cool if they made like this, these kind of little table grinders work and stuff like that. Yeah, they are doing great. And Build 42 is awesome, and it could be even better. It all depends on what they end up adding before the... What the fuck? Seriously, I just hit a chicken with a steel bar, and it just walks away. I looked down for just a second, and at the corner of my eye I saw this zombie, and it looked like it was sprinting at me. Wait a second, that sprinter's turned on. Good, buddy. Where's your shirt? Alright, well, I'm in danger. Yeah, there are some of those machines that are already usable for, like, I think one of them, like, lets you make rubber armor or something, right? And then one of them lets you cut wood. They're pretty underwhelming on what they actually let you do, though. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, that whole system will be pretty incredible when you think about what they could potentially add. Did you see the bit about modular wiring? Instead of just adding a generator that would power your whole house, you'd have to connect the generator to wires and then install wiring into your house. Same with pipes. I don't know if that's going to be Build 42 or not. But that's on the list of things to be added. That'll be pretty cool. Yeah, do the clay pipes currently do anything at all? Oh, zombie. Well, not exactly the most successful trip to get gas, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes you get gas, sometimes you don't get gas. A lot of propane. I started collecting it, but realistically, how much propane do I really need? Hide out in my giant shed. Oh, missing the survival. Well, I can hear it. I guess it doesn't really matter. We need to pull out this shag carpet. I like how you can just rip it up. Whoops. What did I just pick up? The painting? No glue, no nails, nothing. Just... Imagine covering up this lovely hardwood floor with shitty shag carpet. Just toss it. Incognito library painting. Okay. Kinda ugly. I haven't torn out carpet many times in my life, but the couple times I had, it'd be a little bit harder than that. We're getting pretty close to the end of Electrical 1, so I can start dismantling watches. I think I already have, yeah, Mechanics 1 I have. So we just gotta get to Mechanics 2, we get Electrical 1, and we'll be able to hotwire cars. I have the key to that Jeep, so I don't need to hotwire that one, I just need gas for it. Did they fix the coffee maker consuming all of your coffee? I gotta test that out. Get some coffee every morning. I have so much food. Should we just keep putting on the weight? Just packing on pounds? I know some people treat their weight just purely as a food storage, as energy storage. Can you go... You can go higher than high weight though, can't you? So I would lose more fitness if I go higher than high weight, right? My favorite magazine to find besides the Generator magazine? That's a good question. Maybe the one that lets you make knives? Makes it a little easier to level blacksmithing? Maybe one of the cooking ones, like to make bread or pies. That's pretty good too. Yeah, obese is another -1 fitness, right? I don't want to go to obese. We're gonna have to be hungry. I do have some vegetables I can eat. Fitness penalty from weight is only for starting, not for gaining it. I thought it affected your max fitness. Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking. Is that if you're at 10 and you go to obese, you would lose a -1, but maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Aranor, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Aranor, I finally ordered some silver from Money Metals, that website you recommended. God damn, they take forever to ship. Hopefully it finally gets shipped today. So, for bites, there's no... Well, hold on a second. We have to establish there's two kinds of infections, right? There's the viral infection, which kills you if you get it no matter what. When you have a wound and it says infected, that's a completely different infection. That's just a standard wound infection. So, first and foremost, if you get the viral infection, it will not tell you, except for you start getting like nauseated, you get a fever, that sort of stuff. That's incurable. There's nothing you can do to avoid that except don't get hit. So, I'm assuming, since you're talking about sterile bandages and washing, you're talking about the actual infection of the wound, right? Yeah, I was looking back at the prices of silver like just 1 year ago. It was like $35 an ounce. Now it's 70. I guess it was up to 120, but still. I guess not, Big Papa John. I thought it did, but I guess it doesn't. I do remember it affecting your max fitness though. So like if you were at 10 fitness and you went to obese or underweight, I thought it did affect your max. I thought you would go down to 9, but maybe I'm wrong. So if you get bit, assuming you're playing on any, like most settings, unless you had turned the virus off, if you get bit, you are going to get the viral infection, the zombie virus, and it will kill you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Lacerations have 25%? Is that right? 26%? And scratch 7. So that infection, you literally cannot do anything about it. Blood and saliva. Okay, so you can get the infection from bites, which is a 100% chance. If you get bit, you're dead. There is literally nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Your character is dead and they will die. If you get lacerated, usually it shows up in... It depends on what your settings are. It's like 48 hours, 72 hours, something like that. For the other infections are going to cause pain to that limb. So like if you get an infection in your arm, it will slow your attack speed. Infections in your legs cause pain. I'm pretty sure that will slow your movement speed. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it does. I have the time on ultra slow. Like 1 hour is 23 hours. Hold on a second. One in-game hour is 23 hours, or one real-life hour is 23 hours? Hey, Jesco, I don't know what Lil Goonie, is that an insult? So, sterilizing your bandages, washing, that sort of stuff, using disinfectant on the wound will help prevent the wound infection. Not the movie. Oh, okay, thank you. A compliment then. Those wound infections cannot kill you. The wound infections are only caused by having a dirty bandage. If you don't change your bandages, you'll get a wound infection. It'll increase the time it takes for that wound to heal. So it's still good to do that, but unfortunately, that will have absolutely zero effect on whether or not your character gets the zombie virus. But if you got bit, your character is going to die. Even if they're still alive right now, you are absolutely infected and your character will die. It's unfortunate, but that's how the game is. You probably haven't shown symptoms yet because you're on the slow speed. But I'd recommend... I mean, feel free to play it out, just so you, as a learning experience, but... No way to know until you get the Moodle. You can start to see some weird core temperature changes. I don't remember if you get too hot or too cold. You'll start getting a fever eventually, so you will get too hot. You'll wake up in a panic. Like when you sleep overnight, you'll wake up in a panic. You will start getting nauseated, and then that's the beginning of the end. There's no way to know if you're infected from lacerations and scratches until you start seeing the moodles. Like I said, if you're playing with blood and saliva turned on, saliva is part of the bite, and bite is guaranteed death. It's sad, but it is part of what keeps the game interesting. R.I.P. your character. Sorry, buddy. Wish I had better news for you. But we've all been there. And we'll all be there again. Okay, so I won't lose fitness by becoming obese. Okay, that's good. It's not a dumb question, dude. You don't have to apologize. I'm more than happy to answer questions and explain those things. As long as I can. Usually if I can't, somebody else can, so feel free to ask anything you want, man. No such thing as a dumb question in Project Zomboid. Because it's a complicated game. There's a lot going on. And it's so easy to die. You put so much time and effort into one run to have it all end in just a split second, which is part of the appeal of the game, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those things that the more you learn about the game, the more you know, the better you end up doing. It's really a game about knowledge, a little bit about practice, but a lot about just learning more and more about the game. Asking questions helps with that. I'm hungry in the game. Kurt Cobain? Or are you talking about my head?
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
How's the latest build of Zomboid?
Hey, Rayonaught, thanks for the Prime, man. Thanks for 12 months. Thanks, buddy. The latest build, 42.16, is that what you mean? So I didn't really play 42.15 very much, so I'm currently experiencing both of the latest builds. And how is it? Well, unfortunately, I haven't really gotten very far into the new stuff, so from what I understand, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, yeah. If you start with it, it might as well you start. I understand that part. Which I think this character did start with overweight. Oh, I don't remember that guy. I do remember the guy who used to come by every few months asking about how to remove hair from your... No comment. He stopped coming around, which is sad. He was my favorite troll. I admired his persistence. Like, we're talking years of it. It went on for years. I really began to admire the person. But it stopped. You grow up. You move on, you know? I get it. Sad, but I get it. That's life. He stopped trolling. He turned into a human being. But it's sad. It's still sad. So the goal now is to get some gas. We need some fuel. We need some fire. We need some that which I desire. Which is fuel, actually. No, I think it's a little ragged. A little rough. It needs to be cut. A little gray. But that's what happens when you get older. Not to everyone. But I guess everyone eventually goes gray, but... Thank you, though. That was nice of you to say. Forged nails from wire or from something? I need to cut it again, though. Problem is I don't like trimming it, so I usually just let it grow out and then cut it down super short, and then it's very jarring. Going from one extreme to the other. I went to a barber to trim my beard, like... 8 years ago? 6, 7, 8 years ago? And the dude did such a terrible job. Like, the worst haircut I've ever got in my life. The guy clearly... Maybe he could cut hair, but he could not trim a beard, I'll tell you that much. He had no idea what he was doing. And instead of just being upfront about that, he just... tried to fake it and... really fucked up. That was the last time I let anyone else trim my beard. Which, you know, one and done is probably a pretty bad mentality. You don't let one bad experience... You know, you don't let one bad experience affect your opinion of the whole, but still. Yeah, once it starts getting warmer out, I really don't want to have a beard. Especially when you go outside and you're sweating and... Excuse me. This is a home invasion. Oh, a sad letter. I wish we could read it. Like, that's the sort of thing I wish they would add to the game. Jesus Christ. See, this is why I just can't do extreme loot. Extremely rare loot. I just can't do it. Obviously I'm doing it right now, so I guess I can do it, but I just can't do it. I know people say, oh, it needs to be realistic. These houses would have stuff in them. There'd be food, but... then you end up looting 4 houses and you're done. Steel bar is what I need. Take the epoxy too. Ah, there we go. Two-hander. I'll just leave the steel rod. Fuck it. Eat a raw zucchini. You ever eaten a raw zucchini before? I've eaten raw cucumber, but raw zucchini sounds awful. Dude ate an entire zucchini, an entire grapefruit, and now an entire clove? Clove of garlic? Wait, is clove the whole thing or just one of the little cloves? What do you call the whole thing? A bulb? Bulb of garlic? A bulb of raw garlic. Oh, a head? Is that what you call it? Honestly, head does sound right. Ear protectors. I wish it affected the music too, that'd be kind of cool. Bulb sounds right too, though. Why don't you call an onion a bulb, though? What do you call a whole onion? Just an onion? A head of garlic is the whole thing. A bulb of garlic is the individual things. Wait, I thought a clove was the individual thing. Welcome to the educational cooking hour. Oh, sausage. Maybe it's size-based, like a head of cabbage. Yeah, why do we call it a head of cabbage? I guess we call it a head of lettuce, too. But cabbage and lettuce grow up, and you cut the top part off the plant. So, like, a head makes sense in that case. But
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
Kitchen Ninja, thank you for the prime resub, man. Cheers, buddy. I really appreciate that. First of all, why are you using grok? What are you doing? What are you doing? Second of all, garlic grows underground like an onion, right? Garlic is the root, right? Sorry, I meant clove for individual thing. Okay, we're on the same page then. But why is it a head of garlic if it grows underground, but cabbage? You know what? It's fine. I don't need the answers to these questions. It's fine. I am going to play this run out, but I'm definitely going back to a higher population and rarer loot next time I play. Next run. The heck am I? don't even remember what these buildings are. Which one was the factory I was in? This one, maybe? No, this was the factory, must be. No, that's retail commercial. This is industrial. So that must be the metal work. Yeah, that must be the factory there. What was this one? I don't remember what this one is. Somebody needs to do a better job marking their map. Me. I do. I'm really just looking for gasoline. Yeah, this is Muldrow. Hey, Merle, I'm doing pretty well. How have you been? Did you have a good weekend? Oh, look at that silver. Completely worthless now. Oh, that sucks, man. I hope you get that straightened out quickly. Oh, they don't mess around. Of all of the government agencies to mess with, oof. Oof. You'd never catch me messing with the IRS. Take whatever you need from me, IRS. I won't do anything. Don't hurt me, IRS. You see other players use jewelry neck to prevent bite? Wait, really? I would need to know more about that before I... Oh yeah, I don't blame you then. I hope you get that straightened out. I'm sure you will. I'm sure they'll help you with it. I just have too much stuff. I gotta go drop it off. I'm gonna eat a creamicle. A creamacle. Well, until I get a car going, I can get that Jeep going potentially, but until then, this is gonna be my home. You can tell it because it's so lived in. Some of these sounds sound new to me. It might not be, but... I like how the pot is like 3 times the size of the bucket. But the bucket holds like 6.5 times the amount of water. Magic, 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 magic. Processed cheese on a cold hot dog. Cold processed cheese on a cold hot dog. Disgusting. Is the only difference between salami and pepperoni just the seasoning? What's the difference? The dry time. Is salami drier? You know how I like my pepperoni. Extra dry. Pepperoni is drier. Oh, really? You know how... Okay, no, that's how, you know how I like my salami. Extra dry. I like to store all of my cookware in the oven. Just cook with my pans still in there. Do any of you guys big fans of cast iron? I'm more of a stainless steel kind of person, but do any of you guys get down on cast iron? Hey, Bussy, how you doing? I am in pain. In the game, not in real life, I'm fine. Game, I am in pain. Here, do I pay for just a minute? I'll be right back. Gotta measure something. Okay, sorry about that. All right. That's pretty funny. Barbarian in D&D who thinks he's swinging a cast iron skillet is called... spell called cast iron. Yeah, I got, I think it was like 8 cast iron pans. Maybe 10. From a storage unit. I could see the only like, literally the only reason I bring it up is because I could see leaving cast iron in the oven when you cook something else, but There's not very many pans I would just leave in the oven. Would that mess up the seasoning if you left it in the oven when you cooked anything else? Just leaving it in there as storage? I wonder how that would affect the heating of the other thing. Because it would radiate heat, right? Once it heated up? Sorry, I was trying to do with an eBay thing. Anyway. Yeah, I have a cast iron Dutch oven. But I got a bunch of them from a storage unit that I just sold recently. Not the storage unit. I sold the cast iron. I gave the guy a pretty good deal though, because they needed to be. I know that cast iron always retains its value no matter the condition, as long as it's not cracked or, you know, as long as there's not a hole in it or it's got a crack. But they were rusty and they needed to be cleaned and reseasoned, and I just could not be bothered. So I gave him a pretty good deal, but mine needs to be cleaned and reseasoned. But it's a lot of work. I'm more of a stainless steel kind of person. All of my pans are stainless steel. It's just so much easier. I find stainless steel pans for a few bucks at thrift stores, and then just use those. They're great. Or garage sales. I find them at garage sales occasionally. Anyway, I need to get some ammo for my gun so we can go shooting. So they increased the internal capacity of both the MSR rifles, right? I can't remember if they were firing 7.62 by 5.1 before the patch, were they? I don't remember. They were firing different rounds before, but now they fire the same round, I'm pretty sure. 308 got renamed to 7.62. Okay. And the 700, they changed the ammo on it, right? Oh, no. It's not. Okay, it's 556. It's not 762, which makes sense. Okay, that makes more sense. Cast iron must be pretty easy to use if you're going to use enough oil to cover the bottom, though. All right, 1300. Let's clean up a little bit in here. Somebody made a mess. Excuse me. I need something to store this other stuff in. Like, why do I have shoes and boots sitting here? I don't need that. The rubber boots are kind of cool, but... Yeah, I don't know about cast iron, but stainless steel is definitely finicky with heat. And I imagine you need a decent amount of heat to bring the oil to a frying temperature. Too hot with stainless steel and it's gonna stick no matter what. I got so much food. I don't need more food, but it feels so weird leaving it behind. I guess I could leave the non-perishable stuff behind. I don't really need that right now. Just eating a bag of corn. Uncooked. Thawed, but uncooked. Can I put the mug in the... No, you gotta put it like next to it. I just want to put the... Oh, well, you need a coffee pot. You wouldn't really put the mug there. I want to test out the coffee maker fix to make sure it's not consuming all the coffee. Just increasing my book collection, which is a terrible idea before I'm actually in a final location for my base. Both the meat cleavers can go in storage for now. I'll keep the kitchen knife on me in my backpack. Am I the only one that's a little unsettled about keeping a loose knife in your backpack? It just seems really weird to me. Yeah, my freezer's already almost full. Yeah, it's just like a full kitchen knife that he has put loose in his bag. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's a terrible idea. He falls, the knife goes through the bag into his back. Or he reaches his hand in the bag, cuts himself. Like, this just seems like so many ways for that to go wrong. You don't even put knives in the sink? Oh, that's probably a good practice. Wait, didn't I throw that out? No, I did not. Why did that end up back in my backpack? I was just thinking from the perspective of reaching your hand in to pick something up and you grab onto the knife. But you also don't want your knife to rust. That's also true. The people I live with treat their knives so absolutely terribly that I don't even bother owning nice knives. I would love to own a really nice quality like chef's knife that you actually sharpen with a stone, but there's no point. No point. Somebody I live with will get their hands on it and just it'll get used to open a can or something. It's stolen from Subway. You worked at Subway? Well, if Jared wasn't in prison, he'd have a lot to say about that. No, I was thinking more like somebody throws their plate in the sink and is being lazy and is going to clean it later, so you go to reach to pick up the plate and there's a knife under it and you just grab it wrong and... It would be a freak accident, don't get me wrong, but still. It's never happened to me and we do put our knives in the sink, but I can understand why you would not want to. Okay, 1720. We could wash up. Get some of this blood off. Do you guys ever use the washer and dryer? Can I put my backpack in here with all this stuff in it? Yeah, that's basically my my strategy as well. Just you hand wash all your knives. You don't put knives in the dishwasher. You hand wash them and then just put them back right away. Dry them off, put them back. No, it's pretty slow. It's mostly just for roleplay. Ding, fries are done. Can you do, like, wear all? Just put all this stuff back on. Oh, you can. Oh. Well, that's way easier. Okay. Ah, super clean. Got my arm pad, my elbow pad. Wait, why are my jeans still dirty? Is that a hole? No, they have a tiny bit of dirt still on them. They didn't get cleaned in the wash. Look at that shit. All that work for nothing. Alright, now that your clothes are really clean, let's do some squats. Get sweaty. Sorry, I've been really meaning to fix that command. I'm sorry I haven't. I'm playing on the new Apocalypse settings, but I've turned the loot down to extremely rare. Which, I hate to say it, because I know some people are going to really disagree with this, but I still think that's too much loot. Extremely rare is just not rare enough. Too much loot. I feel like it's a good setting if you're living for like a week. You know, like if your character's average lifespan is 4 or 5, 6 days, then yeah, you want to get as much as you can in that time and make the most of it. Hey Volrath, how are you today? You guys ever go to flea markets? There's a flea market coming up next Saturday. I'm thinking about going. Yeah, all empty just to buy a box of baking soda in the fridge. Why wouldn't you take the baking soda? It was a long weekend, and not in the good way, but it was a long and mentally draining weekend, but still doing pretty well. How was your weekend? I did a garage sale on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday was super busy all day long. It was really good. And then Saturday it rained, so it was not nearly as busy. And you know what? Turns out you shouldn't have a garage sale on Easter Sunday. People are busy. They don't want to go to a garage sale on Sunday. On Easter Sunday. I learned that. I wouldn't have guessed. I would have thought, who still celebrates Easter? It's 2026. People still celebrate Easter? I guess so. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope it's not too serious. Hope everything goes well. Yeah. Spent the weekend with your niece? That's cool. How do you like Slay the Spire 2? Did you watch the launch on Friday? I assumed you probably did. Wait, was it Friday or Thursday? What day was that on? I assumed you were watching it. It's Thursday, wasn't it? Yeah, exactly. Sometime last week, yeah. Honestly, I wasn't that excited about it. Like, people were super hyped, like, oh, human beings are going back to the moon. Well, they're kind of flying near it. We didn't even do an orbit. They did just a little flyby. Which, don't get me wrong, in the grand scheme of things is neat, but... doesn't it feel a little bit bittersweet knowing that there are just so many things that we need to fix in the United States? I don't know. I'm all for space exploration. I love it, and I think it's worthwhile. The amount of... and I recognize that For every dollar spent on NASA, they return, what, like $1.50 or $2 or something in terms of economic benefit. I recognize that NASA is a profitable investment, but I don't know, there's something about it just doesn't feel right. It'll be exciting when we land on the moon again, but just like going up there and kind of doing a flyby. Didn't even orbit the moon, just a little flyby. I don't know, just wasn't that exciting for me. It's cool, don't get me wrong. I'll tell you what though, the space companies I invest in are, just from that event alone, it's like up 25, 30% or something crazy. So like I said, bittersweet. There's some sweetness to it, that's for sure, but also some bitterness. Bittersweet candy, I don't understand that. Who even likes bittersweet candy? Who are you making that for? I like that the infomercials are still on at midnight. The world hasn't completely come to an end yet. We can still watch infomercials at midnight. For now. Once the infomercials no longer play at midnight, then you know something's fucked. Something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. I need to stop looting houses. Like, I don't really need stuff out of houses. I need gas. So that's got to be the main focus. I need to get that Jeep running. Ooh, that smell. What song is that? I don't think they were talking about zombie corpses in that song, though. Anyway, any of you guys ever go to flea markets? I asked earlier, and I don't know if anyone responded. There's a flea market coming up that I'm thinking about going to. I've never been to a flea market before. Curious if anyone's ever found anything good at one. I'm just gonna be walking around and seeing people's overpriced junk, overpriced crafts or whatever. Do you get sick from those diseases? I assume you do, right? Like where they give you malaria or something? Well, no, that's the thing. I don't know very much about flea markets. Do you go? There's one coming up not too far from me on the 11th. No. Wait, is it the 11th or the 18th? Hold on, I gotta look that up. The 11th is this weekend. No, the 18th. The next weekend. It's an outdoor flea market. Don't forget about your taxes. Oh, I already paid my taxes. We were talking about the IRS earlier. You think I mess with the IRS? Never mess with the IRS. I paid my taxes like a month ago. Might not be bad to get medical supplies. Some, like bandages and stuff. Not bad if you're looking for old tools and such. We got like maybe 200, 250 old tools from a storage unit. It was absolutely insane. Saws, all circular saws, drills, probably about 20 hammers, probably about 100 screw, well, maybe like a 50 to 60 screwdrivers. Several full ratchet sets. There's a lot of them, a lot of tools. Honestly, I sold a lot of them at the garage sale. I think I sold probably about half, maybe 3/4 of what I got. Some dude came in and bought every single wrench I had. Bought every Allen wrench, every crescent wrench. Every single one. They weren't necessarily old tools, just kind of worn down tools. Usually 50 shops selling mixtures of the same shit. I'm hoping to find some vintage books. That's kind of my goal. I don't know if I'm going to find any at an outdoor flea market, though. What's the odds of finding like some like old silverware at a flea market? Probably 0, right? I see people online who find silver at thrift stores, or it's like somebody selling something they didn't know they had, but like, what are the odds of that actually happening? It's got to be like 0.0001%. I went to an estate sale, and they had 3 sets of like full silverware sets. Like, we're talking like a set that was probably worth about $3,000 to a collector. So I was excited. I brought $500, expecting estate sale prices. I showed up about 45 minutes early. I was 44th in line. The first dude who showed up got there at 4 a.m. Fucking people, man. The silverware hadn't sold by the time I got in there. I got in after, like, I only waited for maybe 5 minutes, if that. Hadn't sold. $3,500. Insane. The set was worth maybe $3,000. That was sad. I think it was a little naive for me to expect to get it for under $500, though. Yeah. I was hopeful. Vorath, do you want to send me your magic stuff? Just, you know, just send it to me. Just, you know. just you know. Just, take it off your hands. Yeah. There you go. I'll come pick it up. How much are we talking? I know, Jesco. The only way you'd ever get silverware or any silver at a flea market would be somebody who like fucked up. But like, what are the odds of somebody fucking up at a flea market? It's got to be like 0. Got to be close to 0. But you would think the same at a thrift store, right? Or at Goodwill. Like, you'd think, what are the odds of them fucking up at Goodwill? But you think, oh, well, 0. But I see people posting pictures all the time of like, I found this silver bowl, this silver platter at Goodwill. So it does happen. It's not like it's actual 0. It's just got to be really rare. But you only ever see the picture of the person who succeeds, and never the picture of the thousands and thousands of people looking who don't find anything, so... Reasons for war. Helping save the Iranian people by bombing their power plants and bridges. Wait, what? Sorry, I didn't mean to go political for a second there. My bad. Reel it in. I went political. My bad. You found a bag of Magic the Gathering cards? Where'd you find that at? There's an auction, a state auction site near me that has like a local place you go to pick up. It was like you bid online and then you go pick it up locally. And they had it was a box of probably like 250 Magic cards. And I was gonna get it, but the bidding got up to $70, and it's like, man, the odds of getting $70 back out of that, I don't know. Honestly, it probably would have been worth it, but I just didn't want to risk it. I know a little bit about Magic from what I've learned over the past month or two, but I don't know enough to risk $70. I have gotten my hands on some nice Pokemon cards that I will eventually sell. Or trade. Maybe I'll trade. I have a pile of cards that I need to get graded now. I need to do that soon. What women actually want by a man? Or is Gennaro a woman's name? I don't actually know. Maybe it's a woman's name. I don't know. I just can't bring myself to pick up more meat at this point. Your flea markets are vastly different? Do you go frequently, or have you just been a few times? What's the difference? I don't know what the difference would be. Like I said, I've never been to a flea market before. There's one on the 18th, and I was curious from people who go what to expect. Like I said, I'm looking for vintage books, mostly. But I usually try not to pay for more than $1 a piece. Unless it's really rare. Definitely haggle? Oh, I will. Trust me. I'm gonna get a pair for a dime. Or a nickel. How much did he pay? Oh, shit. Look at this guy. Yeah, I had so many Magic the Gathering cards when I was a kid, but I do not know what happened to them. I think they're just gone now. I think they're lost. One of the times I moved, got lost. Look at this fucking guy. Which is sad because I'm sure the value of that collection now would be pretty insane, but... Yeah. Really, they gave you some free flea market bucks. That's cool. Yeah, this one is all outside. It's supposed to be pretty big. I don't know. I don't even want to think about what was in that collection. It'll just make me sad. It's out of my control, so lost to the ether. Pennsyltucky? The hell is that? Expect a different culture? In what way? I go to a lot of estate sales and garage sales. Is it going to be vastly different? I just assumed a flea market would be like a garage sale, but everybody bringing their stuff to a central spot. Is that not true? Exposure, survival... What the fuck? It's weird that it's weird that it went off when I went around the corner though. Like the sound went away when I went around the corner. Weird. I don't like that you can't wear that from your hand. No, I haven't. This is my first run since even 42.15 came out, so. Oh, I still have a plank in my inventory. Whoops. Whoops. I guess I should keep the bag. Use it as storage back at the place. Welcome back to nature. Okay, that was a waste of time. Do you not get XP for those anymore, or was I just too high level? Maybe it was a recipe video that I already have? I don't know. Well, I set out to look for gas, and I have found absolutely none. Yeah, but I don't know what skill that episode 8 was supposed to give me, that's the thing. So bacon, fresh bacon gives unhappiness, or yeah, it gives happiness. You cut it into strips and then it gives unhappiness, which is really weird. You see 3PO? I mean, I'm learning more about them, but I hadn't really paid attention to them before, say, 2 months ago. So I'm still pretty new to it. But see, I'm the terrible kind of person that doesn't give a shit about the hobby and only cares about the resale value. So it makes me a bad person, but it's true. I'm being honest about it. I don't have any interest in ever playing Magic the Gathering. What if I can buy a box of magic cards and then resell them? I've got to do it. Oh, it was carpentry. And I do have carpentry 3. Okay, that's exactly what happened. That explains it. Hey, carving 2. Fuck yeah. Cool wood. Cool wood. I gotta remember all of the AVHSs that give skills too. I don't think Dog Goblin does. That just gives you fright, right? If you stress. Just scares you. Mother's Boy gives you knife, short blade skill, right? I know Dog Goblin 1 gave you stress, but then they added Dog Goblin 2 and 3, so I'm assuming those do as well. Yeah, is Dead Wrong aiming skill? C3PO, how have you been doing? Sorry for answering my phone while streaming. Very rude. Very, very rude. Very rude. Aiming and reloading. Okay. Been off because of Easter? Oh, cool. Did you do anything for Easter? I've been alright. Had a garage sale over the weekend. Sold a bunch of stuff. I think we sold like $500 or more worth of stuff, maybe $550. I think I sold like 200 and something, which is not terrible. It's a lot of work for $200, but not terrible. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with the garden this year. I'm so stretched thin for time. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to do it. Well, Comic Sans, that's why I'm going to the flea market. For resale stuff. It's a lot of work, but it's been pretty easy so far. A lot of fun too. Kind of like a treasure hunt. Yeah, it seems like you kind of got to focus on what you know best and then go from there. I bought a $5, dude. I bought a $5. It was a little like, you know those little plastic like filing organizers they make that have like 12 tabs in them that are like, you know, one for each month. They usually kind of like have like an elastic band around them that close up, if you know what I'm talking about. I found one at a thrift store for $5, and it was filled with. This is gonna sound bad, and you should feel you should think badly about this, that I'm doing this, but it was filled with U.S. military stickers, like mostly Marine stickers. And I put them on eBay. I spent $5, right? And I got maybe 100, 150 stickers. And they sell for about $5 a piece on eBay. The amount of people who have started buying them since this horrible, horrible stuff that's going on is shocking. And I feel so bad about it. I think I must have sold $100 in stickers so far, though. For $5. It does make me a bad person, though. I didn't raise the price or anything, but still, you know. I guess raising the price during a war would be the really bad person thing to do, but I didn't do that. I feel bad about it, though. Profiting off people's, like, I don't know what you would call it, patriotism. I don't know, it feels weird. Doesn't feel good. It's certainly one of my most profitable purchases so far, though. I still have so many of those things. Well, I wouldn't normally feel bad about it because, yeah, they're just stickers. They're just selling stickers with a like a logo on them and a little, you know, like a little saying or whatever. But the fact that people started buying a ton of them since the war started is what feels bad. They weren't very popular before then, and then suddenly the interest in it exploded. That's what made me feel bad. Because it feels a little bit like profiting off of a war, you know what I mean? It wasn't my intention. I didn't do anything different because the war started, but still. There's something a little unsettling about it. Holy shit, those cooked really fast. I know shrimp cook fast, but that potato cooked really fast. Alright, I should probably head back. I haven't found any gas. There are all sorts of different ones. I can show some to you. Like one is just a big vinyl that says Semper Fi. I've got like 25 of them. Some are like foil stickers that say like U.S. Marine Corps, have the logo, and then some other stuff on it. Yeah, I guess the really bad thing would be is if you raise prices during a war, right? That would be the really unethical thing. I'm not. I'm just selling them on eBay. Make them pay. No, no, it's like I think it's mostly people who are like the families of like you know, it's like someone's mom was who's you know, some Marine's mom bought a bunch of them. Like like those kind of people. Like, I'm not gonna price gouge. People are just trying to do the right thing and support their family who they think are doing the right thing. Oh, that's the helicopter. Alright, well, at least I'm out. I'm in really bad shape for this happening right now. I'm gonna eat my shrimp and hope for the best. I found one car so far, besides the one that I was going to refuel. Yep. Very tired and almost fully exerted. Just gonna keep walking slowly. Luckily, it's almost the end of the day already. Yep, very tired and exhausted. But I'm just gonna walk. Just gonna walk it off. There's a baseball field there. What's down here? What's the worst that could happen if I walk this way? So, here's a question. If the helicopter spots you, they follow you, right? But if the helicopter spots you, and then the sound goes completely away. Like, you can still hear it here, so I'm sure they're still following you. Let's say it goes away completely. 100% away. And then you go in a house. Do they still know where you are? Will they still go overhead in that situation? Hey, there's a pond back here for fishing. I thought they did spot you and would stay overhead in terms of sound if you were visible. Yeah, but if you stay in your house with all the windows closed, like they cannot see you at all, then the zombies don't come to your house. Like you can hide out during the event. But if they spot you and you're hiding out inside your house, they'll sit above the house and the zombies will be all lured to the house. I'm pretty sure. Oh no. No, 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 no. Where the hell am I? I've got a sleeping bag. We'll just sleep out here in the woods. No, not really. Oh god, that actually jump scared me. That one got me a little bit. Uh-oh. I'm in some minor trouble. Ridiculously tired and exhausted. Well, this is not a very good spot to be in. You think so? Because there's plenty of times where I have sat out inside, like where I start the event inside with all the windows closed, boarded up, covered in sheets, what have you. I sit the whole thing out, I wait until morning. I go outside. There's no zombies. Maybe it's just random then? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of my exertion, but let's sit for a bit. Figure this out. I think you can sleep on the ground. You can. I have a sleeping bag, but I don't really want to sleep here. The fuck did you just say to me? To you too. I don't know. Maybe I'll be fine. I think I have a flashlight. If you just believe. Install furniture. I will rest in my sleeping bag. Just in the middle. Dude just puts his sleeping bag in the middle of the road and just climbs in, bundles up. I need to get some more tea.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
Sleeping on the ground after the heli event. What could go wrong?
I got a fitness level up immediately as you resub. Thanks for the resub, man. I really, really appreciate the support. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the fitness level. Well, surely the zombies will be lured back the other direction where the helicopter was, surely. Surely. Everything will be alright. Everything will be perfectly fine. It's all gonna be alright. It's all gonna be okay. Just a nice peaceful night in a sleeping bag. In the middle of goddamn nowhere. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break to get some more tea. Maybe some breakfast. I'll be back in just a few minutes. And we'll pick this back up. Thanks for hanging out today. Make sure you follow the channel. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you go check out my videos. We'll give them a thumbs up. I haven't started work on the next video yet. I was planning on working on that today. I gotta figure out, I want to do a modded run. I gotta figure out what mods to install though. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. I had a chocolate chip cookie. You know what would have made it way better? No, I was gonna make up a joke about shortbread cookies. I was gonna say if it was a shortbread cookie. Why are you mocking how I say milk? Didn't we institute a rule that you have to be a sub to pay to mock me? That might be how you say it, but you don't type it like that. That's not how people type it. Unless they're making fun. Oh, you are subbed. Okay, go ahead, continue. I couldn't tell because you were on YouTube. Yeah, these were store bought, so they're not as good. Yeah, honestly, if you're going to compare store bought cookies to, you should compare store bought to store bought. And the truth is, store bought shortbread cookies are not that good. I will admit, if you had to go store bought chocolate chip cookies are better than store bought shortbread cookies. That's only store bought though. Oh, it is cold. Which is weird because my thermometer says 70 Fahrenheit in here. There's no way it's 70. It's 46 outside. No way in hell is it 70 inside here. I had to put a sweatshirt on. It's too chilly. Does Girl Scout cookies count towards store-bought? God, Girl Scout cookies seem to have really gone downhill, don't you think? I had some the other day and they were just so I don't know, they're just unsatisfying. They were so crunchy. Well, better eat a stale sausage. You know what I don't want when I eat a cookie is for it to be crunchy. Aren't biscuits in the UK generally crunchy though? I guess it's kind of like more like a biscuit then in that sense. When I think of cookie though, I usually think of soft. Not crunch. More of a cracker. Thin mints should be crunchy. Yeah, I guess. But if I'm gonna eat Girl Scout cookies, I'm not getting Thin Mints. They're okay, but I never understood the desire to have mint as a sweet. Mint and sweet things just, I don't know. Like, I guess it's good for gum, but I don't know. I was more of a what's the peanut butter one? Whatever the peanut butter one is, those are more my preference. God damn, it is cold. Maybe I'm dying. I have a World of Warcraft Horde sweatshirt on. Any of you guys play World of Warcraft? I don't play World of Warcraft, but I have a World of Warcraft sweatshirt. I got this sweatshirt when I was like 19 years old. It's an old sweatshirt. Can't believe it's not full of holes. Oh, shit. Did not see that zombie at all. I looked down at the worst possible time. Well, this is a good thing because I did want to restart with different settings, so it is a good thing. Was it a bite? No comment. No comment. No comment. No comment. No comment. Survive the heli to die this way. I didn't see the zombie there. And I just got a new thing, a new cup of tea. So I shouldn't have been walking through the trees. That's what you're saying. Kind of my fault. Should we try Outbreak? Or we go custom again? Blame the trees. I do want to play Muldrow again. But I want to play... We'll load extremely rare. And now we gotta set this to insanely rare. Insane in the membrane. Why are these all set to insane and this one's insanely rare? That's weird. Alright, vehicles? Vehicles? Vehicle spawn rate? Very low. Chance for gas? Low. Zombies. Zombie count. Insane. Yeah. Yeah. A bushcrafter? Oh my. Wait. Oh, this is the new veteran build that I made. Yeah, that's right. Gilbert, I don't like the cut of your jib. Clement? Clement? Or Clemente? Clement? Elvis Butts? Yep. Private Butts. Or Major Butts. I don't know which. What rank was Butts? What's the funniest? Captain Butts? What's the funniest Butts that he could be? Rear Admiral Butts. Well, he's a veteran. It doesn't say a veteran of what branch, so... Airman Butts? Lieutenant Butts. Yeah, Specialist Butts is what Volra said. Ah, this Lou is more like it. Then I truly feel rewarded when I find something good. Like a word search. Fuck yeah, I got a word search. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey Echo, how are you today? Were you the one that bought cards when we were having the conversation last time? Did you get any good? If you got anything really good, you have to give me a cut for encouraging you to get them. And if you got nothing good, it's not my fault.
I started blasting. Bam.
See.
You did not. Not my fault. Thank you very much for the resub, buddy. Yeah, I can't bring myself to open packs. Not anymore. It feels too much like gambling, and I can't do it. It is fun, but then, I don't know. It really feels the same as going to the casino. Yeah, but do you speak Korean? This guy's got a hole in the ass cheek. I'm here for the art? I don't know. I feel like if I wanted to add a card to my collection, I want to be able to read it. But no, to each their own, like, you know. Wait a second, purely a collector, didn't you sell one for like an insane amount of money? What are you talking about? Okay, nobody has a hole in their ass cheek, okay? What are you talking about? Oh my god, that's a lot of zombies. So not purely a collector, just mostly, prominently a collector. Or predominantly a collector, I mean to say. I'm scared, boss. See, I'm the opposite. I only find them interesting to collect because I know I can sell them. It's like if I couldn't sell them, I would not give two shits about their piece of paper. I'm just like, argh. But then again, I feel the same way about art collecting. Like I just don't care at all about art. I think artists are incredible. I think the things they make are really cool. I don't care about hanging the art on my wall. Like I just, you look at it. Oh, you go about your day. I'm not Not trying to badmouth artists or people who enjoy art or who like hanging art or having having art displayed in their houses. Like, it's awesome. I think it's great. It's a wonderful part of the human experience. But for me personally, it just doesn't appeal to me. It's like coins. Like, I think coins are interesting. Would I collect them if they didn't have any value? No. No, not even a little bit. See, for me, books are the exception. I think books are really, really interesting to collect. One, they have value. Two, they're finite, so there's rarity to them. And three, they have utility. They're like every single one can be read. You can use every single book. It has a purpose. I'm not saying art doesn't have a purpose. I don't mean that. I just mean there's a very utility purpose. There's a actual function. I guess art has a function too, but I think you get what I mean. But I think the takeaway is that I think these things are interesting to collect because if you really wanted to, you could sell them. It sounds like you mostly don't want to sell them, and that's fine, but I don't understand the mentality of people who would never want to sell them ever. Why not just have fake ones at that point, you know? Or just have... like a high quality print of a piece of art. I have a problem of collecting things that are worth money or appreciate in value but never selling them. Well, but you could. That's the thing. Like you could sell them. Sometimes it's just nice to have the option. I wanted to find a stick that I could use as a weapon, but I just found this large branch, and that's all I have. I need a watch. I kind of wanted to hang out by this pond for a little bit. And then slowly go into town when I need to. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, you collect retro Nintendo games too, or just the consoles? I just found my old Dreamcast. Any of you guys have a Dreamcast? It was sitting in a box. I don't have any of the controllers or the cables for it, unfortunately. You're big on N64, I gotcha. My sister has a bunch of PS4 games, and I was looking up the values. One of them sells on eBay. It's a Minecraft game. 110 bucks. Or like $100. For a PS4 game. An opened PS4 game. Not even sealed. It's crazy. I would not have thought that any modern games were selling for that much. Maybe it's just one of those games that you can't download and it's out of production. I don't understand it. I understand why somebody would pay a lot for a vintage game that is no longer being produced and you can't just get a legal copy. You know, like you can't just download it. Like you can't just buy a CD key for it and install it. But I wouldn't expect that from modern games. Like, I know PS4 is not that modern, but you get what I'm saying. What's your favorite N64 game? Or, for that matter, what's your favorite Nintendo game that you have in your collection? I always like asking people that when they're a collector, like what their favorite thing is. I just added my new favorite to my collection. Actually, I didn't add it. I've owned the book since it came out, but I forgot I had it. I completely forgot I had it, and then I rediscovered it, and I've re-added it to my collection, and now it's my favorite. Do you have the? Is it Ocarina of Time that had the golden cartridge? I think it was, wasn't it? Oh, that's really cool. That sounds cool. Do you have a picture of it? Or can I look up that card online? I guess I could look up. That's a kind of a silly question to ask, but I mean, like, do you have a link that I can just look at? And, of course, I have to ask, how much? What's the value? Hey, a loop! Can you use this to start a fire? That's super cool. Yeah, I had the golden... I think my Ocarina of Time was golden. I don't have it anymore, but that's the one I used to play when I was a kid. Okay, I definitely don't want to be here at the moment. I don't have a weapon. Jesus. I need to get in there and drink water, though. Do I just send it? Do I go for it? This is probably a bad idea, but I really need water. Leave me alone, zombies. Oh, hey, this is my starting house. Okay, back inside. I have an empty glass. I could put water in that. It's not gonna last very long. Alright, well my plan to go out by the pond was a failure. That was a bad idea. But we're reset. Start it over. Sounds like an angry zombie outside. The night porter is dead. Time to relax on the couch. You can post a picture link, yeah. Oh, that is cool. I don't know very much about One Piece cards. Are all of the full art cards rare? Like if it automatically is it automatically rare if it's a full art? Or a lot of the One Piece cards full art? What do you do with the loop? Can I look at things up close? That's a cool card though. Did you get it graded or is it ungraded? What does SR stand for? Super rare. Oh, okay. Super. I gotcha. It's not rare. It's super rare. You wouldn't believe how rare this is. Anyway. We're in the middle of doing things. My character died, and then I probably should have ended it there, but... Why does the loop have condition? Like, what the fuck is this for? I mean, I know what a loop is for, but what is the loop for in this game? Does anybody know? You can't put a plank on your... Oh, you can, okay. There's a chicken running around. Did you see that chicken? Whoops. There's two chickens. Loop cuts down research time? Wait, really? Really? Can I put it on my keychain? You can't put your loop on your keychain? What kind of shitty loop is it? This guy had some nice flowers in his front yard. I need to figure out what mods I want to install for the next Rimworld run. I was thinking about doing a Zombieland playthrough. So I was going to install Combat Extended and Dub's Bad Hygiene. But I don't know what else I want to install. I was going to take suggestions, but I don't know if there's anyone here who really cares about Rimworld. Maybe I'll just wing it. Decorations mod? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure zombie survival really screams decorations, but I guess Project Zomboid would disagree. I'm going to pause here for now, though. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to go work on that run. Figure out what mods to install. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. Make sure you follow the channel. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Hopefully the next video will be up on YouTube in a few days. Thursday? Friday, maybe? Probably Friday.